Garcia, do you desire time?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
3 minutes.
Thank you, sir. And Attorney General, I want to follow up on the assertions made by my colleagues from Pennsylvania and New York that I was engaging in personal attack. I take great pride and, frankly, great caution in making sure I don't engage in personal attack in these hearings. I want you to know that my assessment of you, as appalled, as shocked as I was of you giving yourself an A, was not meant to be a personal attack. It was a professional one. As my chemistry teacher who gave me an F in my midterm at the Naval Academy told me, this is to help you get better. So I do that in the interest of accountability and frank and objective assessments, not personal attacks. I know someone of your caliber was not personally offended by that, and I'm happy to have conversations offline. I want to follow up on Mr. Klein's conversation around the Hur Report. You, first of all, in your written testimony on page 3, you say there is not one set of laws for powerful and another for powerless, one for rich, another for poor, one for Democrats, one for Republicans, or different rules depending upon one's race or ethnicity or religion. You would say that that's probably true for age, right? Anyone over the age of 18, regardless, unless there is a cognitive impairment, should be treated the same, and there's one set of laws regardless of age.
Without addressing the hidden premise behind your question, I'm just going to say there is one tier or standard of justice. We prosecute under the federal principles of prosecution, and we do not distinguish based on politics, based on ethnicity, based on ideology, based on race, or any non-meritorious factor.
Or seniors who are a protected class in a workplace, obviously, as well. Anyone over the age of a certain, I think it's 55 or 65. You also, in your verbal testimony, say you have no doubt that there is no cognitive impairment of the president. You said the Hur Report speaks for itself, and I have complete confidence in the President of the United States. And so my question is, and I sit on the Intel Committee, so I have seen the classified documents, and I'm aware of the nature of at least some of these documents. They are of the highest level of national security intelligence, and they are extremely relevant even today. These documents that were found in the garage of President Biden. And so if it's not a cognitive impairment problem, if he's competent and you're confident in that, why is he not being charged for? And in his testimony or in his special counsel report, Hur said he willfully detained and disclosed sensitive classified information. So what is the explanation for not charging President Biden for mishandling of classified documents?
I'll address both questions again. I have complete confidence in the president in every possible respect. On the question of why there were no charges, Mr. Hur described in detail in his report his explanation for why he decided not to bring them. He was subject to some 5 hours of testimony on that subject.
But you disagreed with the foundational premise of his assertions, which is the rationale was that he was cognitively incapable of understanding what he was doing, and he was too old to face charges. And you disagreed with that premise, right?
I'm going to say two things. First, that is not at all what Mr. Hur said, and I urge everyone to read again what he said. He did not say anything like that. But second, Mr. Hur described his explanation for why not to bring a case and bring this case, and he distinguished other cases involving classified information where charges were brought. And I just refer you to that.
Okay, I'll go reread it, and we'll submit questions for the record. I believe my time is up. Thank you, Attorney General.
Mr. Cartwright.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.